Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Who listening?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
All right.
Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
All right, y'all. So it is now Thursday. It's been a very long and cold day. I want to welcome y'all to a little tea time with me, your host, Jarek, aka Jarry's D, your favorite published author. Got to send a shout out to Bigelow, Perfect Peach, for the tea that's in my cup tonight. So shout out to Bigelow Perfect Peach. And have to send a shout out to Gino Stima tea, the other tea that's also in my cup. When I do the shows here on a little tea time. Thank y'all so much for tuning in at home via Facebook and Instagram. Please like and please comment and share these shows for everyone who can get a chance to see them later. Yeah, so I wonder how everybody is doing tonight. I wonder how everybody is doing. How is the weather in everybody's neck of the woods? Today has been an extremely cold day. Got out, took my nieces and nephew to school this morning, which was really an adventure because the rain and the cold was no joke. But overall, it's been a very great day. We're closer to the weekend. I hope everyone is excited about the weekend. And let's get into some tea if y'all are ready. So it is Black History Month, and I still want to continue, and I will be continuing to wish all of the King brothers and Queen sisters around the world a happy Black History Month. I love you guys so much, and let's remember, you guys, that it's all about love. It's all about love, and that's to anyone and everyone. That's no matter what shade or color that you are. It's all about love. In honor of Black History Month, the song of the day is the song of the month, and the song is by Stop the Violence Movement, and the song is entitled Self Destruction. Again, I want y'all to go and check out Self Destruction on YouTube if y'all have not seen or heard the song. It's a really great song for the month, and I'm gonna be celebrating that song all month long. So definitely would love for you guys to go out and check out Self Destruction on YouTube by Stop the Violence Movement if y'all have not heard that song yet. Also, keeping in mind that it is Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and again, I want to be expressing that throughout the month also, that we have to encourage our children that if we're going to be out dating, if they're going to start dating, that they want to be mindful of the people that they are dealing with in their lives, because we meet people all day, every day, and we're meeting their representative. So we don't necessarily know the person that we're meeting, because people do put on masks and people do pretend very well. And we want to have our children, the future, to be in a state of mind of what signs to look for, what would be a escape plan if they need an escape plan. I'm just teaching them the steps that they can use to carry them through their life, y'all, because it's important that we continue to teach them that even though you may be a grown up, once you reach a grown up state, that the tools that I taught you as a kid during these particular times would prevent you from just being in a situation where you may have to deal with violence from someone. So definitely want love for you guys to just instill that in your children, have those talks with them, encourage them, to train them, and lead them in the way that they should go. Tomorrow is the official opening of the Shrek Critical Mass exhibition. in Shreveport, Louisiana. If y'all are not excited about this event like I am, y'all have to be asleep. You have to be dead. So I am excited about this event tomorrow. I cannot wait to get dressed. Hopefully the weather will clear up a little bit and I'll be able to get out and head over, because I am going to head over even with the weather. I'm definitely looking forward to getting out to the Shreks Critical Mass exhibition opening tomorrow. It starts at 5 o'clock, y'all, over at Art Space. Definitely would love to see people come out, support the arts, support the artists, support our movement with what we're doing over at Shrek. And thank y'all so much if y'all are able to come out. Have to send a shout out to my girl, Miss Cherie Gray, with Lumpy Grits Artistry and everything that she's doing with the Ratchet City Blues documentary. Again, Cherie, I'm very excited about this particular taping that we're going to be doing soon, and I'm looking forward to just sharing my energy and my love and my gifts to this particular event. So thank you again, Cherie, for giving us the platform with what we're going to be doing with the Ratchet City Blues documentary. Also, y'all, the parade is this weekend for the African American History Parade. It starts at 11 o'clock Saturday morning. So I'm going to definitely make it my plan to be out there. I've already started inviting one of my friends. She invited me to come out, and I told her if she's going, I'll be there. So I'm definitely going to be out there. Y'all, it's going to be a family field event. Y'all take your children out there. If the weather's bad, get them warm, keep them warm, get your face mask on, and y'all come on out and have some fun with us at the African American History Parade this year, Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. The theme is Black Health and Wellness. So we would definitely love to see you guys out on Saturday at the Black History Parade in downtown Shreveport. Also Saturday, I will have the privilege of interviewing actor and fitness guru Edwin Sherman at 7 o'clock. So y'all definitely want to tune in again for another episode of A Little Tea Time this weekend at 7 o'clock on Saturday. Other guests will still include Tainted Locks owner Jasmine White and singer and songwriter Adriana Harvey. I'm definitely gearing up to interview them, and I also got some other interviews that I'm cooking up, you guys. So I definitely am excited for my shows for February. Thank y'all so much to everyone who has been a part of what I've been doing here with the Little Tea Time. I really appreciate you guys so much for everything that y'all been doing. On to one of my favorite things. If everyone knows me, everyone who knows me knows that I love Oreos. I love their cookies. I love the Oreo cakes. Now, Oreo has new treats that are coming out. They have Oreo bars, the Oreo cookie sandwiches, and Oreo cones. I can feel my brain freezing up right now in pleasure and in pain. So thank you to Oreo for those new treats that y'all have dropped. So y'all go out there and get into those new treats, and y'all let me know how y'all like them, because I definitely gonna get into it at some point. So definitely would just want to encourage y'all, if y'all are Oreo lovers like me, get into it. Let me know how y'all feel about it, and we gonna all go through the movement together. To Batman fans, if y'all are a Batman fan around the world like I am, Batman has a new film dropping March the 4th. I'm excited about this particular film because I literally have been a part of the Batman movement my entire life. And now that they have a new film coming out, I'm excited about the new film. So March the 4th, y'all, set your dates, make your calendars ready to go and check out the new Batman film. If y'all haven't seen those trailers yet, man, y'all got to check out those trailers on YouTube. The trailers are very exciting. I think that the story's going to be bomb, and I think that y'all are going to love it probably as much as I am. So definitely want to get your calendars marked for March the 4th for the new Batman film. Breaking news, if y'all haven't heard about this yet, y'all know that there is supposed to be a remake of The Color Purple. Yeah, there's gonna be a remake of The Color Purple. After what Steven Spielberg did with such a magnificent film, I am excited, anxious, and a little scared to see what's gonna come of this, because I know that such an amazing film for our culture and for our time, to have it remade now, it can go good or it can go bad. And I'm excited because I don't even know who's going to be in the actual film, but I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be in the actual film. So you guys definitely want to keep your eyes peeled for that. I know as I get more information about the Color Purple remake, I will be sharing it with you guys. So definitely going to be keeping my eyes open for that. J-Lo today was on live with Kelly and Ryan, and she's promoting her new film, Marry Me, that is set to premiere in theaters February the 11th. Y'all set your planners and your dates, and go and see this movie and get into it. I definitely want to send Jennifer Lopez a shout out today. She looked so good in her pink on live with Kelly and Ryan today, and I'm very excited about the film. So shout outs to you, J Lo. Now I gotta send a shout out to Janet Jackson. Janet, Miss Jackson. I have a problem because I wasn't able to see this documentary. And I'm filing a complaint right now here on my show, Janet. I want to see this documentary. You have your people reach out to my people and see if we can get me an episode of this documentary. I would love to have my own personal copy for my own personal enjoyment. And as a fan of yours, Janet, I would definitely love to wake up to have that information in my mailbox to definitely get that. So, hey, Janet, I don't know if your people are going to get to see this out there in the universe, but if they do get to see this out in the universe, Janet, hey, have your people hit me up here on a Little Tea Time. Y'all can hit me up either on Instagram or on my Facebook, whichever one that y'all get to see. Have that information sent over to me immediately. I've heard some great things about it from what we've been seeing on TV, but I did not get a chance to watch it yet. And if y'all are watching on the show tonight and y'all have not seen, if y'all have seen it, please don't spoil it for me, y'all. I don't want y'all to spoil it for me because I still want to see it. As a Janet Jackson fan, very ecstatic, very, very over the moon about what she's doing with this new documentary. And I would definitely love to get a copy of it for my own collection, so I can be able to share that with my family and with my friends, that we can watch the Janet Jackson documentary at any given time. So shout out to you, Janet. Gotta send a shout out and a congratulations to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Rihanna premiered pictures of her baby bump this week, and I didn't even know that Rihanna was pregnant until I saw the pictures just start circulating on TV and on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook and all over YouTube because everyone's talking about it. So I definitely want to congratulate Rihanna and ASAP Rocky for their baby that's on the way. I hope it's a boy, Riri. I hope it's a boy, but if it's a girl, we gonna love her too. So congratulations to you guys. Speaking of babies, I have to send another shout out to one of my favorite people, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is expecting his eighth child. And I wanted to congratulate Nick Cannon because I am the oldest of 8 children. So, as the oldest of 8 children, I wanted to send a shout out to Nick Cannon, who's about to have his eighth child, and send him a lot of love and peace and greetings to his family. And I know that he just suffered the loss of his son a couple of months ago. So now that he's having another child that's on the way, I'm very excited for you, Nick. I wish you all the best, you and your children, and I wish y'all a successful pregnancy with everything that's going on. So congratulations to you, Nick. Shout out to tennis champion Rafael Nadal. He won the 21st Australian Opening over the past week. Had to shout him out because we don't get to see. I don't really get to watch tennis, but I heard about the story and I'm a fan of tennis. Shout out to Venus and Serena Williams. So wanted to just shout out Rafael Nadal and congratulate him on winning his 21st opening at the tennis championship. On to some football. So I know that y'all are gearing up for the Rams and the Bengals to play in the Super Bowl coming up really soon. I don't have a hat in either one of these races, but I will be watching for the halftime show because I know that the halftime show is going to kick ass. And if y'all ain't got y'all wings yet, y'all better get y'all wings because I've been seeing the prices of these wings growing. And like a package of wings is like $18, y'all. Like the price of wings is excessively crazy right now. So y'all better get your wings, get them quick and get them fast because they are gonna go really quick. Also speaking of football, if y'all haven't heard that not Tony Romo, but Tom Brady, I'm sorry, Tom Brady is retiring for football after 22 years. Um, I know that Tom played for the Patriots, and I am a Patriots fan, so I definitely wanted to just send my congratulations to Tom Brady and just let Tom know, hey, Tom, we're going to miss you with what you've done in your football career over the years. And as a fan of football, as a person who appreciates football, we're going to definitely miss your talents and your gifts. And I want to congratulate you for all of the 22 years that you contributed it to the league. And I wish you a happy retirement. On to Washington. Washington finally settled their team name change from the Redskins, changing their name to the Washington Commanders. I'm very excited about that name. I think that name's more strong and more suitable for Washington now. And I understand that the Native Americans, our Native American brothers and sisters, they had a problem with them having that name. So now that they finally changed their name from the Washington Redskins to the Washington Commanders, I think that they're going to win more of their Native American fans over with the name change. So shout out to the Washington Commanders with their name change. In other football news, NFL coach Brian Flores is suing the NFL for discrimination. Did y'all hear that? NFL coach Brian Flores is suing the NFL for discrimination. Now, allegedly, y'all, because I don't have the full facts on this, but Brian is saying that the NFL paid him money to lose football games. Wow. 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 Brian, I'm standing with you, brother, because I know that this is a big deal for you, having to go and put yourself on the line for such an extremely big incorporation. And I want to encourage you to stand up and don't let nobody turn you around. You stand up and you continue to fight the good fight, and you be the person that you have to be in this time, even in the face of adversity. No matter what it costs, no matter what you have to go through, no matter what you have to lose, King Brother, you stand up for your beliefs. Stand up for what you believe is right and continue to do the right thing at all costs. Definitely would love to encourage you guys to shop the SaucySoniaSpices.com website and use my coupon code GoodEatsJerry and receive 5% off your purchase when y'all shop the Saucy Sonia Spices website. I've already posted the flyer earlier this week. If y'all have not seen the Saucy Sonia Spices flyer on my Facebook and my Instagram, y'all, I will be promoting every Monday, so you'll see that flyer every Monday on my Facebook and my Instagram, on my TikTok. So I definitely would love to encourage you guys to shop SaucySoniaSpices.com and use that coupon code GOOD, GOOD, EATS, EATS, Jerry, JERRY, and receive that 5% off when you use that coupon code. Gotta send a shout out and happy birthday to my Facebook viewers, Arnisha King, Monze McCoy, Chris Foster Sr., my cousin. Happy birthday, cuz. I love you, man. And I have to send a happy birthday out to Corey Metcalf also. Now, before I bring my guest in, y'all, I gotta tell y'all a funny story about what happened last night when I was going out to go and take out the trash. So I grabbed my trash bag, headed out the door, locked my door because I was going to check my mail after I threw out my trash. So I walk down the stairs, I get outside, out at my breezeway, and out in the actual area, in the grass area outside my apartment building, there were these two cats having sex, right? And the female cat, she was chilling while the male cat was on top of her, and he was chilling, and they was doing their thing, and it was running smooth. Now, that's not the funny thing. The funny thing was there were like 4 or 5 other cats that were like a little bit away from them, and these cats were watching the other cats have sex. And in my head, I was like, oh, so this is kitty porn. This is cat porn. These cats are watching other cats get it in. And even after I walked past them and I took my trash out and checked my mail and came back, they were still getting it in. I was like, these cats are really serious out here having sex. So I thought it was an interesting story to share with y'all. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Like, if y'all have interesting stories that y'all see, man, let me know and hit me up and tell me about them interesting stories, and I can share them here on the Little Tea Time. Because, like, that was my first interesting story that I got to share about me just seeing cats just having sex outside my building. So, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Now that I have shared my tea with y'all for tonight, I want to introduce my guest. She is a fashion model, and she has become a follower of mine here on Instagram. I have to shout her out. Thanks to my cousin Miss Kia Renee for sending me the shout out to reach out to her. Her name is Miss Gia Nikkole. Hey Gia, if you are watching, Queen Sister, I'm about to bring you in. And to everybody at home who does not get to see this on Instagram, I will be sharing this particular show on my Facebook, so y'all will get to see this show later. Gia, if you are ready, my dear, I'm about to bring you in.
I'm here. Hey.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It's finally nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Welcome to A Little Tea Time.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. I cannot complain. It is cold, but I'm here.
Okay, so where are you located?
In Houston.
Okay, so it's just as cold there as it is here in Shreveport.
Yes, it's cold. It's rainy. They say it's supposed to ice and stuff like that, so we'll see if that actually happens. But yeah.
What did you get your snacks and get yourself prepared?
I'm already prepared. I'm already ready.
I know that's right.
Fully stocked.
Yeah, I ran out yesterday and got some stuff yesterday and got prepared. Because I was like, I'm not leaving the house. But having to take my nieces and my nephew to school this morning, I totally got out to take them to school. And I wanted to just be there for them because I know with this type of weather, man, I'm not going to want to walk to that bus stop in the cold and the rain, too.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Having the option to take them to school this morning was really cool. And I love my nieces and nephews so much. So having to take them to school, that was a real honor to get them out there. So now that I have you here, Gia, let's tell the people at home a little bit about you, and we can and I can get your interview going.
All right. Well, Gia Nikkole, as most people probably know me, I did model for a little while, and now I'm actually transitioning into my career that I've been talking about for years, which is becoming I'm already a chef. I mean, I say becoming because I am a chef already. But now I'm kind of branching off into my own brand, doing my own thing, not really working for a particular person. I'm working for myself now.
I know that's right.
So, that's where I'm going with that. I've been in Houston for a while. I moved here in 2003, went to TSU. I have a business degree, just a regular business degree, and I kind of was still like, that's not really, it is what I want to do, but anybody that knows me knows that my passion is food. I love food. I love to cook. I like trying things, so I finally decided, you know what? I've dibbled and dabbed in it, but now I want to do this, like, for me, do my own thing. So that's where I've been trying to put up most of my focus, especially this year. So, yeah.
I've been seeing some of your posts on Facebook for the House of Brown. Is that correct?
Yes. So I'm also now the business manager / event manager with House of Brown. House of Brown is a production company. I don't know if everybody's heard. Yazzie Brown, friend of mine, also my boss.
Mm-hmm.
What we do is we put together events, whether it's a pop-up shop, whether it's a fashion show. We're mostly known for doing fashion shows, but we do all kind of events. Bring us an idea, tell us what you want. We set you up with venues, models. You need it. We put together casting calls. We've been doing that for a while. I actually started, like I said before, with the modeling initially. That was back in 2010. I met Yazzie, and I joined Hot Couture Modeling Management, and kind of catapulted from there. We stayed close, obviously, and I started doing the chef thing. Then I kind of bounced back and forth. So I would do a shoot every now and again, help with the background stuff. After a while, I kind of started feeling more like the business part was probably the most important when it came to the management part.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to let me go in the background. Let me see what it takes to put these shows together, because a lot of people think that it's all fun and games. It's a lot of work that goes into it. It's very detailed things that people don't realize that comes with it. So now I'm doing that too. So I kind of am still using my management degree. So I'm using the business part to help catapult that part, but also for me as well, helping me with staying that business mindset for my catering company as well.
Okay, so tell us about your catering company.
So I haven't officially made an official announcement. I mean, this would, I guess, would be the official announcement.
Okay,
but,
thank
I've really
you.
Just been doing, so this is the official one. If people didn't know, they know now. What I was doing was just word of mouth, family. Last year, it was actually the year before that, the first two people I catered for was my sister and my brother. My sister had a birthday party. My brother had a birthday party, and I was like, yo, let me do it. Let me cater for y'all. Just tell me what you want, and I got you. And it kind of went from there. It's just word of mouth, and every time somebody, hey, I need somebody to cater this, and people started telling other people about it. I did a surprise engagement party last year. Unexpectedly didn't know that was going to happen. I catered that. And so I kind of just been, like I said, word of mouth. If somebody needs something and they're like, hey, I know somebody, they hit me up, and I kind of go from there. I did 2 events last year. I did a art gallery opening. Shout out to Keeney Smart for putting me on, and also shout out to Janae Milan. I also I catered an event for at the Black Store off of Scott here in Houston. She had a hair show / fashion show, and I catered that as well. I feel like I got a really good response off of both. So now I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and let's do this for real. So
Yes. So when you are not working, what do you do for fun?
for fun, I'm with my daughter a majority of the time. So I mean, that's a lot of fun for me. But I do like to get out. I'm trying to get better with getting out and networking more. Trying to hit some more events here in Houston, just to put myself out there and get us as a team out there too. But typical bowling. I love to bowl, even though I'm really bad at it. I do like to bowl. I like to play pool. I'm not that good at it either, but hey, I'm still gonna go out there and do it.
Yes.
So I mean, I just typical stuff that most people do. I just don't. I'm not a big outdoorsy, adventurous type of person. Like, you're not gonna catch me skydiving or nothing like that. But
Amen. Touche.
Yeah. So
So what inspired you to develop your idea for your catering company? I know that you were saying that you started just doing events around your hometown.
Well, of course, it started when I was 12. I was watching Bobby Flay. That is like my favorite chef. Everybody knows, that knows me knows, that's my man. He's the reason why I decided to cook. And what he did was take Southwestern flavors and amplify them. So that's basically what I'm doing, except I'm putting a soul food spin on it. So that's where the name came from, El Paso. Because I was raised in El Paso, Texas, which a lot of people always ask, there's black people there? Yes. Very. I approve that there are black people there. But my dad was in the military, so once he got out, he decided to stay there and raised us there. So I have the Mexican influences. I'm mixing that with the southern influences from when I moved here to Houston. Mixing those two things together. So that's how I came up with the name.
Okay. One of the viewers, Jameer Shagwell, I hope I'm not messing up his name. He wanted to ask, how is mommy life?
Mom life is it's interesting. I love it though. I love my daughter. She definitely keeps me on my toes. She has a personality like no other, and I love it. I love seeing her grow and become her own person. So I love it. It's awesome.
Okay, that's great. So, how did you decide where to establish your brand in your company with El Paso?
Initially, I was going to start it when I had moved back to El Paso for a bit, but El Paso is a bit small, and I have a lot of connections here in Houston, especially because I have been here for so many years. So that's why I decided to establish it here. Also, the soul part. I really felt like when I moved here and I started going to TSU, it opened up my mind to who I was as a black woman. Not to say that I didn't feel like that in El Paso, but it's different because we were considered the minority.
Yes.
So when I moved here, it opened up my eyes. I'm like, wow.
Okay.
People look like me. So that's why I decided to do it here. And also, I don't know, shout out to Top Chef Houston. We're getting a season this year, which I'm super excited about. And that's also indication that Houston is a big melting pot, especially when it comes to the culinary world.
Yes.
I definitely feel like I can make my mark here. So that's the plan.
Yes, and I want to send a shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. You know, she got her degree from Texas Southern University.
Yes.
So, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. She's
Meg.
one of my favorite people. I was like, okay, well, she got her degree with you, with your school. That's really cool. So,
Exactly.
a degree of separation.
Yeah.
I love that. So, how have your priorities changed since you started your business with El Paso?
The priorities have changed quite a bit, actually, because now I'm having to focus more on like the numbers, the semantics, getting a menu together. I'm still trying to make sure that whatever I do put out there it makes sense. So right now I'm still in kind of the developing stages, but I'm still putting to catering if people need it. I want to get to a point where I'm promoting more and I'm able to just, hey, this is my pricing, this is my menu here, these are the options, just to make it easier, because the way I'm working right now, it kind of takes a lot more time. So I'm trying to get to a point where it's not taking up so much time and I can focus on the food itself and not the numerics and the semantics part of it, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I'm a foodie and I would love to have an invitation to come out and partake in your opening.
I got you. Yes, of course.
So, what challenges did you overcome on your journey to starting your food business? Catering business, I should say.
The challenges is just doing it. Honestly, it was in my head a lot. I did a private dinner. I did not mention that last year for a friend of mine. It was her anniversary dinner. And I was super nervous about it. I don't know why, though, knowing that I know how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to cook. That's not the issue. I was getting in my head too much. Questioning yourself just because, it's 5,000 other chefs out here. For one, there's not.
You.
For me, there's not. Exactly. There's only one me. And there's only one person, myself, who can do the things that I do. So I had to get that out of that mentality. And I encourage everybody that you got a shoe line, you got a clothing line. Like, everybody has that. But they don't have what you have, what you're going to bring to the table. So I definitely feel like that was one of the biggest challenges that I had. So.
Yes, definitely. I love that. So what challenges did you overcome on your... No, I asked you that already. I'm sorry. What strategies did you use first to market your business with El Paso?
Well, word of mouth. Word of mouth was the biggest, the first thing. And I'm still doing that now. But eventually, I actually do have an Instagram page. I just haven't started posting on there yet because I'm building content for it, because that page is going to specifically just be food. So I'm in the process of building content right now. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Promote myself.
Definitely want to get those views out there, so let people know what you're doing with El Paso, and send me some content. I'll share it. I definitely will share it.
I would definitely do that.
Okay. So we have 2 more questions, and then we're gonna move on to the game. The next question is, how do you define success?
Success is, to me, you define it. The individual defines success, because everybody has certain levels of success they want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So I could want to be just a sous chef in a kitchen, and there's somebody else above me that wants to be head of 3 restaurant chains. It's all about what you want to do. I always look at it like that. Like, I can't measure my success based off somebody else's. I'm going to measure based off what I wanted to accomplish.
Yes.
And so far, I feel like I've accomplished quite a bit of things that I have on my checklist, my mental checklist. And I've still got things to go. And I'm going to keep pushing until I get there.
Okay, I love that. And I definitely am looking forward to what you're going to be doing. Because you seem excited. You seem very excited about it. So I'm definitely looking forward to what you're going to be doing with El Paso. So the final question is, what's the best advice you can give to someone thinking about starting a business or pursuing their dreams?
Again, I don't know why this keeps sticking out to me. Do it. Don't hesitate. Don't let anybody don't get in your own way. Because I did that. That's why it's taken so long. Don't get in your own way. Just put yourself out there. And the more you put yourself out there, those opportunities will follow. Those opportunities will present themselves. You just got to put yourself out there.
That's it. Believing in what you're doing.
Definitely. Yes. Most definitely. You definitely have to believe in yourself and what you're doing. I definitely agree with that.
I love that. So, now that we're done with your interview, I want to play a game with you.
Okay.
It's called Candy or Corn.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a candy that you can either say you'll eat the candy or you'll say corn.
Okay.
So the first candy is Gobstopper.
Corn. They have no taste. Like,
They don't.
they just, no.
I totally agree. 100 grand.
Can.
Okay.
Those are okay. I like the nougat and the little caramel.
Yeah.
So I do those.
Okay. Candy corn.
You want my real answer, or you want my?
I want your real
correct
answer. I want your real answer.
Candy, because I eat candy corn, and a lot of people be like, "Ew, that's." It's Halloween candy. It doesn't really taste like anything either, but I'm gonna eat it.
I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'd be surprised with people's answers because people like really like candy corn. I'd be like, wow, okay.
Yes. Everybody has that one thing. You're like, what?
Yeah.
That's one of mine.
Okay, so the next one is Rolos.
Candy.
Okay. Heath Bar.
I don't think I've actually had one of those, so I'm gonna say corn.
Oh, sweetie, you missing out on life.
Yeah, now you can see. Now you're gonna have me go to the store after we finish and go get a Heath Bar just so I can try one.
It's English toffee.
Okay, I'm putting that on my checklist. I'll be going to get me one of those.
Yeah, just don't thank me yet. Thank me when you had it.
I got you.
Mike and Ike's.
Oh, that's candy.
Okay, Mounds.
That's the one without the coconut, right?
No, that's the one with the coconut.
Okay, candy.
Okay, Almond Joy. That's the one without the coconut.
Okay, then candy.
Okay, Chunky.
Oh, candy. Oh, those used to be my with the raisins and the nuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, people don't know what that is.
But I don't think I have not been able to find those. I was only able to find them once, and that was in Walgreens, and I don't even think they sell those anymore.
They're hard to find. They're very hard to find. If you get your hands on some Chunky, you gotta eat them things like once in a week. Just one a week, and save them. Freeze them if you can. And the final candy is Swedish.
No, that's corn. You talking about the little red fish? No.
Yes, those days are so good.
I'll eat other like gummy, but not those are nasty.
I've said it. Those things, they have a weird aftertaste. It's the aftertaste.
Yes,
and like
they always put them in every Halloween candy bag. Why y'all put those in there? You know ain't nobody eat those.
They know kids don't. And then they buy them by the bulk.
Exactly.
They buy them by the bulk and then wonder why kids egg their house and TP their trees and stuff. It's your candy, people. It's the candy. It's horrible.
Right? We got to do better with the candy choices for these kids. No. Those been around since I was a kid. I'm not even going to say how old I am, so.
You okay? Because we there. I get it.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for playing Candy or Corn. Thank you for stopping by for doing a little tea time. Do you want to let the people know where they can find you and more about your business?
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you having me on today.
Yes.
This was great. It's a good way to keep that rapport up. I appreciate you. Shout out to Gia Renee for recommending me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Gia.
Follow me on Instagram. My regular page is Gia Nikkole, GiaNikkole. I also have my chef/catering page. It's El Paso Catering. Follow that and look forward to more content coming soon, more cooking videos, and got some other stuff brewing. So please follow, like, share. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And send me pictures. I'll create more flyers and I'll help promote you.
Oh, thank you so much. I definitely will.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming through tonight. Stay warm.
Yes, you too. Be safe.
Yes, y'all as well. Oh, I'm in. That's it. I did my running for the night. But thank you so much for coming out tonight. And I definitely would love to have you back when things are opening with El Paso, and we can talk more about El Paso then.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
No problem. Y'all have a great night.
Have a good evening.
All right. All right, you guys. So definitely want to send a shout out again to my guest tonight, Miss Gia Nikkole, with her new business that she's going to be getting off the ground, El Paso. Gotta definitely send a shout out again to SaucySoniaSpices.com. Y'all, the flyer will be coming up on my Facebook next week on Monday. And if y'all have not seen that flyer yet, y'all can definitely go to my Instagram and my Facebook and check those flyers out for Saucy Sonia Spices. Remember to shop SaucySoniaSpices.com and get 5% off of your total purchases when you use my coupon code Good Eats Jerry. That's GOODEATSJERRY, and save that 5% off. Also, want to definitely send a shout out and happy birthdays again to Miss Arnisha King, Mr. Munze McCoy, Mr. Chris Foster, and Mr. Corey Metcalf. And definitely before we go, I would definitely love for you guys to check out my books over at Amazon.com. Coming Full Circle, the revised edition. Coming Full Circle, the revised edition is out there for you guys to check that out. Coming Full Circle 2, Marriage, Money, and Mayhem. My books of poetry, The Confessions of a Conceited Drama King. And my second book of poetry, Catching Up With Me, all available at Amazon.com. Type in the search bar Jarius, JRAYIS, Deyon, DEYOND. And thank you guys so much for everyone who supports what I do with Jarius Deyon and with everything I do with here with A Little Tea Time. Y'all continue to like, share, and follow the show here on Facebook and on Instagram. Thank y'all so much for everyone tuning in tonight. Let's remember, again, the quote of the week is joy is the feeling of grinning on the inside. And after every show, like I always say, you guys, remember to be great on purpose and not on accident. Until Saturday with the next episode of A Little Tea Time. I love you guys so much. Y'all have a great night. Let's remember to stay safe. Y'all remember to be warm out there if you have to get out there tonight. And let's all have a great night, you guys. Be safe and be well. Peace. I am Jarek, aka Jarius D, your favorite published author. Y'all have a great one.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to a little tea time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Who listening?
Welcome to a little tea time.
All right.
Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little tea time. Welcome to a little tea time.
Hey Tan, hey Stefan, hey Demetra. I see y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to Genesis Lovely. Thank you for watching. Shout out to No Love Sean for watching. Shout out to Fifi Ebony for watching. Shout out to Sasha Beautiful for watching. Shout out to Singer Swag 86 for watching. Shout out to Jameer Shagwell for watching. Shout out to Nia Zadavian for watching. Shout out to Ebony Renee. I don't want to miss it up. But thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Miss Carrie for watching. Shout out to Miss It's Kia Renee for watching. Thank y'all to everyone tuning in tonight for A Little Tea Time. Hey Mom, I love you. Have a good one.